Happy Friday. It is April 17th. We're going to be reading a text about civil rights and then answering some questions. Before we get started, we're going to be talking about our standard focus for the day, and the questions that you answer after you read the text will be helping me to know whether or not you understand the standard. So our standard of the day is determine two or more main ideas of a text and explain how they are supported by key details. So think about our main idea song. In every text you read, you must read close to see the most important point. You know that's called the main idea. So in one sentence, it just sums up the text or a paragraph of the text or a section of the text. What is the most important idea? What does the author want you to get from that specific piece of text? So you're going to be finding two or more main ideas of a whole text, and then you're going to be explaining what details in the text help to support that main idea. So our text for today is U.S. Citizens' Rights and Responsibilities by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. This is a nonfiction text, and it talks about some of the rights and responsibilities we have as citizens of the United States. For 200 years, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution have outlined the freedoms and protections of all Americans. Every citizen has the same right no matter their background, culture, or religion. To protect our democracy, all citizens should know what rights they have and apply them. So this first paragraph right here is kind of just introducing our text. It's talking about how every citizen has specific rights living in our country. Okay, so that would be kind of the main idea of that paragraph. I'm going to continue reading. New citizens in the U.S. take an oath of allegiance where they promise to be loyal and to support the country. U.S. citizens have important rights and responsibilities, which include the right to vote in elections and the ability to serve on a jury. The ability to vote means that the power of government comes directly from the American people. Former Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis once said, "The only title in our democracy superior to that of president is the title of citizen." Right of a citizen. Freedom to express yourself. This includes freedom of speech, freedom to meet in a group peacefully, and the freedom to protest if you think the government has done something wrong. So that whole section right there is telling you what the freedom to express yourself is, and it's you're able to kind of say what you think, and you're able to protest even if the government has done something wrong in your eyes. Americans can speak and act as they wish as long as it does not hurt others or stop others from speaking freely. Freedom to worship as you wish. You have the freedom to follow any religion or no religion at all, but some religious acts can be hurtful and unhealthy to others. The Supreme Court has put some limits on these kinds of actions. Right to a prompt, fair trial by jury. People accused of a crime have the right to a speedy and fair trial, where a jury of citizens decide the verdict. Anyone accused of a crime is considered innocent until they are proven guilty. Right to keep and bear arms. The Constitution protects your rights to have firearms. Citizens have the right to protect themselves, but can lose this right if they are in danger to others or criminals who break the law. Right to vote in elections. You can vote in federal, state, and city elections to choose your leaders. The right to vote stops politicians from becoming too powerful by keeping power in the hands of citizens. Right to apply for employment in the government. U.S. citizens can apply for a job working for the government, which can be a rewarding career serving the American people. Right to run for elected office. You must become a U.S. citizen if you want to run for office, but you must have been born in the United States to run for president and vice president. Freedom to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration of Independence says you have the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The United States lets you choose your own path in life so that you can set your own goals. Americans can make their own decisions as long as it does not take rights away from others. Responsibilities of a citizen. Support and defend the Constitution against all enemies. The Constitution establishes the U.S. system of democracy, whose purpose is to give all citizens freedom, liberty, and opportunity. To continue to strive for this goal, the Constitution has to be protected by its citizens. The Constitution may get challenged by people from other countries, but U.S. citizens must keep defending its principles. Stay informed. U.S. citizens should learn about the candidates running for office and know about problems in their city, state, and country. Participate in the democratic process. Vote in city, state, and federal elections because it is the most important responsibility of any citizen. Voting is our voice that tells our leaders what needs to be done. Respect and obey federal, state, and local laws. Every person living in the United States must follow federal, state, and city laws. These are rules that keep society in order so that our rights can be respected by everyone. Respect the rights, beliefs, and opinions of others. The United States is a nation made up of people with different backgrounds and cultures. We must have respect for the beliefs and opinions of others so that liberty and freedom can continue for future generations. Participate in your own town or city. Contribute what you can to the well-being of the community. Go to town hall meetings, volunteer to help others, join a local parent-teacher group, or run for the public office. Pay your taxes. Taxes pay for the government so it can help educate children and adults, keep our country safe, and our people healthy. Paying taxes on time helps every American have access to these services. Serve on a jury when called upon. U.S. citizens can serve on a jury to decide fairly if a person is innocent or guilty. Defend the country if the need should arise. You can volunteer to be part of the armed forces of the United States. Today, all our soldiers and sailors are volunteers, but there are also ways to defend our country by having jobs that do not ask you to fight. You can volunteer to help with the environment, education, or health care. So these are the questions that you'll be answering here on EdSP. The first question is, the two main ideas of the text are U.S. citizens have certain rights and U.S. citizens have certain responsibilities. Which details in the text best support these main ideas? So the text is divided into two different sections. You get to learn about the different rights we have because we live in the United States, and then you also learn about the different responsibilities we have because we live in the United States. So what details within the text can you find? What pieces of text evidence are there that help support both of those main ideas? You're going to need to at least give one piece of text evidence for each main idea, but I'd love if you could even give me some more than that, maybe two for each. The second question, why are civic responsibilities important? So why is it important for us to have responsibilities as citizens in the United States? Why should we have those? The second question that goes into the second question, the next part, how does going above and beyond improve government and society? So how does going above and beyond to be helpful, how does it help our government and us as a society? The last question, how do the illustrations in the text support what the author has stated as rights and responsibilities of U.S. citizens? So how are those pictures that we see in the text, how are they helping to support what the author is trying to teach you about in regards to the rights and responsibilities? How does it help you as a reader?